Dalawa tayong Jimenez dito sa USI Falcons. I believe this is the older Jimenez in jersey number 10.
Yes po. Ano pa saka
You
white
know,
Tigers.
our Falcons is implementing a diamond defense at the onset ng inbound. There a great pass for number 9. That was a foul counted. Wala kay Jonas Regaspi.
Early on the game, nakikita natin na talaga nagpapakitang gilas na ulit ang ating White Tigers.
Jonas Regaspi will shoot for the Bulls free throw. Wala. Rebound by number 28. Si Jens Agna. Ten seconds to shoot for our USI Falcons. A great pass to go. For 3. Wala. Rebound ni Rico Bio. Pass to Jonas Regaspi. Regaspi passes to Martin.
Regaspi driving and that was denied. Patawagan nga lang po ng foul dito ang ating Falcons. Jonas Regaspi on the line.
The first free throw is good for Jonas Regaspi. Second free throw for Jonas, and it's good to go. Our score so far is 4-0 Rain. Wala pa ding naibubuslo ang ating USI Falcons.
Well, partner, nagkakaroon ngayon kasi ng adjustment ang ating Falcons knowing that one of their players won't be playing for today's game.
Batangas passes to Jimenez. Jimenez for 3. Still not good to go. Rebound.
And that will be an end one. Para
Jens Agna. Nasabi mo kanina, Rain, that one of their key players sa USA Falcons will not be playing for this game.
yes po, partnered at ang ating, he is actually one of the notable big men of the Falcons, specifically GB Peña Redondo. But it was actually their head, Coach Tupes' decision to let him rest for now para mabigyan ng minutes ang kanyang mga kapwa big men. Kumbaga, Coach Tupes currently experimenting on his
Yes.
on his bench player na he might be able to utilize in the coming games, lalo na pagpasok natin sa second round ng eliminations.
Exactly. Knowing Coach Tope, with the caliber of his coaching skills, he will definitely run through a series of tests sa kanilang mga bata. Here we go with Jimenez. Pinas sa kanyang kapatid. The younger Jimenez for the pull-up. No. Possession now by Pasakawa Academy.
And while the game is going on, we'll be hearing more insights on the bench coming from our courtside reporter, Aliana. Take it away.
Ian and Rain, hello din din sa ating mga bukalistas na nakatutok dito sa BUCAL Season 7 Juniors Basketball League. It's another exciting battle between the Pasakaw Academy White Tigers and USI Falcons. And it's great to have you all with us today, joining the conversations via BUCAL Facebook Live. This afternoon's second matchup is a battle of revenge and redemption of both teams. Dahil nga malaki ang kailangang bawiin ng White Tigers, ay talagang binibigyan nila ng diin ang larong ito. The Falcons also prayed deeply and instill that this play is all about the right people making the right play at the right time. That's all for now. This is courtside correspondent Precious Alana Garcia. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Precious, for that insight on both teams. I agree na talagang this is a redemption game for both teams, knowing that they have the standing for our USI. We have the 1-2, and while sa Pasakaw White Tigers, they're currently on a 0-3 run. And talagang this is more of a game na regardless of skills and grit, talagang more on a mental game nga po.
Exactly.
Iyan. Kaya talagang this will be a head-to-head, head-on-to-head ng dalawang teams na para dito sa Juniors Division Bracket 2.
Tama yun rin. Kasi as what I've said a while ago, both of these teams are very hungry, improving themselves na kailangan, na kayang-kaya na makipagsabayan for Season 7 of BUCAL. And, you know, both of these teams, as what I've said, will want to have winning games para sa kanya-kanyang team. And Jimenez connection from his older brother. A great pass.
Nabawian agad ni Marquez Cano. Currently, the Pasakaw White Tigers are trailing by 3 points. 5 minutes and 11 seconds into the game. Rico Bio will be inbounding from the sidelines. Regaspi orchestrating the offense. Gio Zuniga with an attempt, and that floater was good.
The score proves to be a tight ball game. 9-8 po mga kaibigan. Batangas passes to Jimenez. John Jimenez pull up. And rebound for Kyle Martin.
Kyle Martin heavily guarded by John Jimenez. Passes to Rico Bio. Rico Bio gave it to the right wing. And that jumper didn't do. Rebounded ngayon ni Jens Agna ang bola. But a
And
whistle.
a foul for
Substitution has been made on the side of the Falcons. Cisno and Cosa will be checking in. Magpapahinga po muna sina Jimenez.
and Jonas Legaspi just got his second personal foul of the game, Rain. Passes to John and Mac Lawrence Cosa scoring that. Passes to Regaspi. A steal by Jens Agna. John Cosa for Prince and
Three from Dante Batangas. From the
great
previous
3
game.
points from the corner.
They were Dante Batangas is really showing his grit when it comes to the outside. Talagang nagpapaulan siya, kuya, when it comes to 3 points.
It's a little weapon if we're very accurate sa 3 points. Masyadong mahigpit ang ilalim. And again, Jonas Legaspi fishing for another foul. So a foul for Prince Cisno.
Another substitution been made to the side ng Pasakaw White Tigers.
Again, Jonas Legaspi shooting for 2. And the first is good.
(14-9), still leading ang ating USI Junior Falcons. Another substitution has been made on the side ng ating White Tigers. Bantoy will be checking in at magpapahinga po muna si Regaspi.
A diamond defense orchestrated by the White Tigers. Yeah, battle for the rebound. Passes to Bio. Kyle Martin, dire-diretso. It's out of bounds in favor of the USI Falcons.
White Tigers basketball. Inbounding. White Tigers, pinasa kay Escano. Escano with a twin.
Oh!
Napaliit nila sa 1 point ang kanilang hinahabol na puntos ngayon.
Intercepted. John Jimenez for 3. That was too much cooking on that. Dire-diretso si Bayo. Kyle Martin. And Escano calls for a traveling violation.
Bello. That attempt didn't connect.
Ito na si Zuniga. Orchestrating the play. Zuniga, dire-diretso hesitation. Scano with no go.
Dante Batangas to Cosa.
To Jimenez. With 10 seconds to shoot. A floater. Overcooks it. Jeo Zuniga setting up the play for Pasakaw White Tigers. Pinasa kay Escano, dire-diretso.
I think this kabungguan sa ilalim ng paint.
So another substitution, Morales for John Jimenez and Mendoza for Dante Batangas. And shooting for 2 is Mark Escado.
While we're witnessing the free throw shots, let us acknowledge our viewers from the Ateneo de Naga University Gymnasium. Thank you po sa pagpanood at sa pagsuporta sa inyong mga teams.
Exactly. So this is a good crowd actually, Rain. Hindi masyadong matao, but then you can see the support of their respective fans, alumni, you know, actually parents din. You can see some parents supporting their kids. 14 seconds to shoot para sa ating USI Falcons. Prince Cisno to Mark or to Macloris Cosa.
Fritz Bato to Cisno. And that was intercepted by Bantoy. Driving. But it will be a traveling violation sa Pasakaw White Tigers.
Masyadong excited na maitira ni Bantoy ang kanyang possession, but then it transpired into a traveling violation.
That three was good by Mark
Jane.
Daniel. Correction, it was James Mendoza. Apologies.
Exactly. Out of bounds in favor of Pasakaw White Tigers. Still, it's a 2-point ball game. Lamang po ang ating USI Falcons. And that goes out of bounds in favor of our USI Falcons.
Shot Clock's off. 16 seconds remaining in this quarter. Ooh, intercepted by Gio Zuniga. And that layup
Zuniga
is
scores.
deadlock na po tayo sa 17-17.
Passes to James Mendoza. And that will end the reign of our first quarter. The score is tied for the Pasacao Academy and USI Falcons. Ayaw nila magpatalo rin. Gaya na sinabi natin kanina mga kaibigan, both of these teams are expected to go head-to-head today because they wanted to win.
Exactly yan. Well, we'll be right back after a quick break. Huwag kayong aalis. Dito lang po yan sa BUCAL Season 7. Be the
Be the
inspiration.
inspiration.
And welcome back to BUCAL Season 7. This is the juniors division para sa ating teams in the bracket 2. We have USI Junior Falcons against the Pasacao White Tigers. Currently, we are on a tie game, 17-17 early on. And this is USI basketball.
Here we go. James Mendoza for the possession. Pinasa kay Fritz Bato. Back to Cosa. And Fritz Bato scores.
Gio Zuniga orchestrating the offense. Passes to his teammate, John Bantoy. Back to Zuniga. Zuniga gives it to Scano. Scano passes to his teammate but heavily guarded. And Bantoy with the attempt for 3. That won't do. And the whistle has been called by referees. That will be a holding foul called on jersey number 7.
And that is out of bounds. Intercepted by Bio. Fritz Bato for inbounding. Pinasa kay Cisno.
Ooh. Another steal. And that 2 points was successful para kay Bantoy. Tabla na naman po tayo sa ating score. 19-19. 8 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in this quarter.
Mac Lawrence Cosa naghahanap ng kanyang mapapasahan from the inbound. Binalik sa kanya. Passes to Morales. And Morales shooting for 3. And still he gets the ball. Passes to James Mendoza. It's still no go.
Bantoy waiting for his teammate. Guarded nila ngayon sa wing. Passes to his teammate and that layup didn't do. Denied by the Falcons.
Jerome Morales, dire-diretso. Hop step. Passes to Fritz Bato for the pull-up. That's good to go.
And a timeout has been called on the side ng ating White Tigers.
At lamang na rin ang ating USI Falcons.
Talagang ang game na to, kuya, is another dikit na laban. Just like what happened yesterday. Lahat ng games, all 4 games, dikit ang laban.
And remember, this is a low-scoring ball game, Rain. That's
Exactly.
21-19. So both of these teams, when you have a low-scoring ball game, it only means that both of the teams are playing tight defense, good defense. Wala silang, kumbaga, walang parte ng laro na hindi nila talaga babantayan.
Yes, sir. They are meeting an eye for an eye. We are back to the ball game. Once again, 21-19 in favor of the USI Falcons. 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Pasakaw White Tigers basketball. Gio Zuniga passes to Bantoy. Bantoy guarded by Fritz Bato. Having a difficult time. Ooh, and that
A
interception.
steal by Jens Agda at tuloy-tuloy sa bucket si Jens Agda.
Another pass break from Gio Zuniga. Passes to his teammate. And that bank shot didn't connect.
Jens Agda for the rebound. Ball will stay with the USI Falcons with 13 seconds on the clock. And a timeout call by Coach Tope Espinosa of the USA Falcons. He wanted to make sure that everything sa kanilang set play siguradong makakapag-contribute ang kanilang mga bataan. And we're back on the ball game, Rain. So that's 13 seconds sa orasan ng ating USI Falcons.
13 seconds remaining on the shot clock and 13 seconds to shoot. Well, before tayo mag-proceed sa ating game, Ian, we would like to hear the insight from the bench of the USI Junior Falcons. On our court side, we have our courtside reporter, Precious. Take it away.
Yes, Ian and Rain, tinapos nga ng dalawang koponan ng ating first quarter with a tie score of 17 points. Talaga namang bumabalanse ang bawat koponan sa opensa at depensa. But then, as we move forward, the USI Falcons is currently leading. Pero pinaalalahanan nga ito ni Coach Tope na bilisan ang takbo para mas maunahan ang White Tigers. Meanwhile, we also have White Tigers na bumabawi sa kanilang ball movements. And they're also executing a man-to-man defenses. Well, Bucalista, there's more to witness here. Kaya ating itong pakatutukan hanggang sa ating last buzzer. That's all for now. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Precious, for that insight. And I agree na talagang kailangan nilang magtapatan whether it comes to strength or sa speed. At dito nga nasaksihan natin, another rebound para sa ating Pasakaw White Tigers. CJ Pimentel, guarded by Falcons. Passes to Zuniga on the wing. Guarded by Cosa. And that attempt didn't connect, but there will be a whistle for our player jersey number 23. That is his second personal foul and first team foul. Gio Zuniga on the line. First attempt didn't do. While we're rating, pasalamatan po muna natin ang ating sponsors for Season 7. First up, we have HJP Pawn Shop, Ngo and Sons, 3GX Solutions, Elise Sportswear, and lastly, Kong Tulong with an Honorable Nathaniel Otocado. Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta.
Ayun, thank you
ng
so much
ating
sa lahat
liga.
ng ating mga sponsors, Rain. And another turnovers mula sa ating USI Junior Falcons.
CJ Pimentel with the pass break. And that layup was good na may kasama pang foul. This will be a 3-point opportunity sa kanya, and if he was able to successfully make that shot, tatabla na naman po ang ating game to 23-23. Pero let's see. CJ Pimentel to the line.
That was actually a good getaway mula sa ating little boy na si Pimentel. A spitfire from the Pasakaw Academy White Tigers.
And that's good. Deadlock na naman po tayo at 23. 6 minutes and 18 seconds remaining on the game. Intercepted. Fernandez driving hard. Recovered and back to Zuniga. And his attempt, that 3 won't do.
Passes to Agna. John Jimenez. Dante Batangas. To James.
Gio Zuniga with a layup. At the ball has been turned. This game is now favoring the Pasakaw White Tigers. 5 minutes in.
Dante Batangas. Sidestep. Passes to, of course, Jens Agna for the bucket.
Another deadlock. Gio Zuniga drives again. At natawagan ng foul si Mac Lawrence Cosa. That is his first personal foul and third team foul para sa USI Falcons. Gio Zuniga to the line. Mainit ang laban na to, Ian. Talagang kanina pa tabla ang score ng dalawang kupunan.
And both of these coaches, Rain, are barking their instructions. You know, getting into the head of their players, reminding them na napaka-importante na game na ito. Kasi kailangan talaga nilang umahon mula sa bottom ng ating team standings.
Sa tingin mo, sino ang mas may pinaghuhugutan? Kasi personally for me, definitely it is the White Tigers, knowing that they still unable to secure a win para sa round 1 ng eliminations.
It's still, for me, base sa nakikita ko ngayon, mas hungry ang ating Pasakaw Academy because as we have said, they wanted to have a win. And yes, Agna, right on the bucket, scoring 2.
Pero that would be an out of bounds para sa White Tigers, USI Basketball.
Dante Batangas inbounding passes to John Jimenez to Morales, back to Dante Batangas. Now John Jimenez is orchestrating the play. Back again, John Jimenez for 3.
He is having his momentum. Kanina pa siya nakakascore.
And he's guarding the point guard of Pasakaw Academy.
Out of bounds para sa White Tigers. Substitution has been made on the side of White Tigers. Sir Gaspi will be checking in. And Fernandez will be taking his rest. Gio Zuniga inbounds from the sideline. Carl Martin post up. Passes to his teammate Pimentel. Back to... Ooh. And that would be...
Mac Lawrence Cosa, tuloy-tuloy. And the basket.
Timeout ngayon ng Pasakaw White Tigers.
So medyo nalin lang sila doon sa 24-second violation. Because it's good to go, it's good to play pa din.
Talagang naghihigpit sa depensa ang ating USI Junior Falcons with a score of 32-25. Pabor na naman po sa ating Junior Falcons.
And again, this is a slow, or shall we say rather a low scoring ball game for both teams. We're on the second quarter, almost on the stretch of our second quarter or first half. But still, 32-25 ang ating score. And we're expecting a much, what do you expect, Rain, from our second half?
Well, yan na yung determining factor kasi Ian, knowing the first half, medyo nagkakapaan pa ang dalawang kupunan.
Ako.
Kaya ayan, kita natin talagang dikit pa. Pero we'll see kung kaya nilang maging consistent, i-sustain yung kanilang
Exactly.
pinapakita ngayon. At dyan natin ma-determine. Kasi personally, hindi ko rin masabi. Medyo nahihirapan din akong basahin kung anong magiging takbo ng laro, knowing na both teams have their own advantages at the same time their own disadvantages sa round na to.
Tama.
Another pass break from Kyle Martin. Passes to his teammate Regaspi with the layup. Habol po, 27 ang ating score ng White Tigers.
John Jimenez breaking the play, passes to McLaurin Scosa. Rebound by Jens Agna. Still no go.
Jonas Regaspi orchestrating the offense. Heavily guarded. But secured by his teammate. Back to Marcus Cano. Marcus Cano passes to Gio Zuniga. Zuniga with the 3. And that connects. Habol kung habol. We have a 32-30. 2 points na lang ang kanilang hinahabol.
Miss McLaurin Scosa passes to John Jimenez, shooting for the 3. Overcooks.
Marcus Cano again with the ball. Passes to his teammate, Gio Zuniga on the right corner. Pero that didn't do.
Here comes James Mendoza. Shooting, popping, and still not good to go.
White Tigers basketball. Cal Martin passes again to Zuniga. Zuniga picks. And that jumper doesn't connect. And a foul has been called on the USI Falcons. USI Falcons inbounds.
McLaurin Scosa passes to Jens Agna.
Malinis.
A great getaway, Rain.
Clean execution from the Falcons.
It's
Jonas
34-30.
Back to Escano. Escano gives it to Gio Zuniga. Asking for a pick. Gio Zuniga drives. Recovered by his teammate Regaspi with a jumper. Still no good. But recovered by Escano. Escano with another one.
Nakuha ni Dante Batangas, dire-diretso, spinning. Ipapasa sana kay McLaurin Scosa but intercepted by Kyle Martin.
Mainit sa opensa, mainit sa depensa.
This is a great basketball, Rain. You can see.
I agree yan.
Out of bounds ni Jens Agna. Balik ang possession sa ating White Tigers.
Gio Zuniga inbounding from the sideline. Passes to Marcus Cano. Zuniga back again. Steps up and that 3 connects. Another bucket para kay Gio Zuniga.
Dante Batangas passes to John Jimenez and yung pasa sana para kay McLaurin Scosa was not on the right cue. Ball again will go to the Pasacao Academy.
Dikit na naman po ang ating score, 34-33. 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the game. Gio Zuniga drives. Heavily guarded by the Falcons. Back to Kyle Martin. And Kyle Martin will have a 2-point opportunity at natawagan po ng foul ang ating Falcons. McLaurin Scosa currently has a second personal foul and that will be their 4th team foul ng USI Falcons. Kyle Martin to the line. First attempt din to. 1-4-2 para sa ating Pasakaw White Tigers. Jonas Regaspi. Substitution will be made on the side. Papasok po ngayon si John Manzanares at magpapahinga muna si Marquez Cano.
Ito na, nagtitimo na si Mac Lawrence. Pinasa kay Dante Batangas. Dante Batangas passes to John Jimenez. Still no go. Passes to James Mendoza. For the three. Gets it to go.
What a high energy game.
A steal by Dante Batangas. And a great defense results to a great offense.
Gio Zuniga. But another foul has been called on the side ng USI Falcons. Blocking foul has been called on James Mendoza. Penalty situation na po ang ating Junior Falcons. One for two para kay Gio Zuniga.
And the shot clock is off. Here comes Dante Batangas. Orchestrating the play with 6 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Dante Batangas passes to go.
Ooh, what a block!
That was a heartbreaking block. That ends po mga kaibigan ng ating first half. Score rate is 39-35. Another tight ball game, indeed.
This is really a high energy game, Ian. Well, wag po kayong aalis dahil ang larong ito ay tuloy-tuloy lang at talagang nagkakainitan pa ang ating dalawang koponan. Dito lang po yan lahat sa BUCAL Season 7.
Be the inspiration.
Sa BUCAL Season 7, with the inspiration ng ating Juniors Division for Bracket 2, we have USI Falcons kontra sa ating Pasakaw White Tigers. Kanina nakita natin na talagang dikit at mainit ang laban. Our stat team were able to hand our first half analysis. We are able to determine nga na talagang bawing-bawi ang ating USI Falcons pagdating sa field goal. Talagang nagkaroon sila ng 43% kontra sa 33% ng Pasakaw White Tigers. They are capitalizing on their 2 points, being able to make 59% of all their shots. But at the same time, ang Pasakaw White Tigers ay hindi naman nagpapahuli sa kanilang 3 points, knowing that they were able to successfully make 3 out of 8 ng kanilang 3-point shots. Another thing, I don't think that this will be a difficult third quarter para sa ating Pasakaw White Tigers, because if they were able to continue what is their strengths in this game, lalo na kanina, nakailang steals sila, and 9 steals for first half is actually a good fit. Another thing na din is how they were able to capitalize ang kanilang timing when it comes to blocks, knowing na USI Falcons may have the lead when it comes to height. Hindi naman nagpapahuli ang timing at ng pagtalo ng ating White Tigers. But all in all, this game will be kinda a little bit tricky for us to determine, kasi nga very consecutive or very consistent ang dikit na score ng ating dalawang koponan. 39-38 ang ating current score. 1 point lead ng ating USI Falcons.
Here we go with James. Mendoza, pull up for the 2. Wala.
Ricobio drives. He will be given a chance to be on the free throw line. Substitution has been made on the side of the USI Junior Falcons. Nathan Jimenez checks in. First attempt is good for Ricobio. Deadlock ulit sa 39-39. Do you think, Ian, na itong game na to ay aabot hanggang fourth quarter ang pagiging close game?
Posible. Sabi ko nga, second half will be a different story sa labang ito, kasi dito natin malalaman how hungry both of these teams na manalo. And nakikita natin yan sa bawat depensa na pinapakita nila. People are diving on the floor.
Suniga with an attempt for the 3, but that didn't do. And the foul was called. That would be Nathan Jimenez first personal foul and second team foul ng USI Junior Falcons. Ricobio to the line. I think, Ian, nandito ngayon sa Adno Gymnasium ang family and friends ni Bio, because from the other side ng bleachers, the cheer is really loud pag nandyan.
Exactly.
Si Bio.
You can listen to the family. Todo hiyawan ng mga kapamilya ni Bio. Fritz Bato, pinasa kay Johnny Menes, and
that would be Marquez Cano's second personal foul and first team foul ng ating White Tigers. Dante Batangas passes to his teammate Jimenez, back to Batangas. Sitting on the left wing, drives, passes to Nathan Jimenez, and
that was Nathan Jimenez, 3 points.
Regaspi, kumakaripas. but denied by Antoine Go ay natawagan po siya ng traveling violation.
Gaya ng sinabi ko, Ray, we're still on the deadlock. Hindi pa din sila magkamayo sa magbigay. Walang magpapatalo from both of these teams. Nathan Jimenez, double team, passes to Dante Batangas na tumutuloy-tuloy. And that was a clear offensive foul extending ang kanyang siko.
Parang mabilis na magkakaabot ng penalty situation to Kyle Martin with the ball, passes to his teammate Jonas Rigaspi, orchestrating the offense. Passes back to Rico Bio. Rico Bio guarded by Jimenez. Passes, but that pass was too risky. Back to Gio Zuniga. That three didn't do. Recovered by Kyle Martin. And stepping on the line, USI Basketball.
Nathan Jimenez, naghanap ng papapasahan. Goes to Dante Batangas. Strip.
Covered by the White Tigers. Rico Beo kumakaripas muli ng takbo. Double team pero na-recover ng Falcons.
Steal by the Falcons. Batangas, dire-diretso pinasa kay Go. And that's good!
That was Antoine Goal. First points for this game.
And of course, Ray, let us hear kung ano yung napag-usapan ng ating USI Falcons or both teams mula sa ating courtside reporter na si Precious. Precious, take it away.
Maraming salamat, Ian and Rain. Masyado ngang mabilis ang kaganapan dito sa Ateneo Gymnasium. And I'm pretty sure na pati kayo ay napapahiyaw sa sunod-sunod na shooting points ng ating USI Falcons at White Tigers. During the halftime dugout ay nagbago ng set of play ang White Tigers. Given nga na man-to-man defense ang pinapamalas ng kabilang kupunan, ay kailangan nila itong i-fake as a triple threat. Meanwhile, Coach Tope also told the Falcons to oversee every situation, lalong-lalo na ang pag-screen ng bola. Ian and Rain, what I can observe here on both teams is that they must read their co-player to decline mistakes. That's all for now. Balik sa inyo, Ian and Rain.
Thank you so much, Precious, for that insight sa ating both teams. We are back dito sa ating hard court. Marquez Cano is having a difficult time. Intercepted by Jimenez. Pero that would be a commotion. Pinaglalaban ni Rico Bio ang
Grabe
last
yung
touch.
emotion, Rain, as in. Ball is diving on the floor for the basketball. Dante Batangas securing the letter. Nathan Jimenez dancing on the wrong shoes.
(46-42) ang ating current score.
Bola
White
ibabalik sa White Tigers.
Kyle Martin drives from the left. Masyadong napalakas. Recovered by Bantoy. Rico Bio once more with a jumper. No good. Jimenez. Pero napalakas ang kanyang pasa sa kanyang kapatid.
The younger Jimenez. Napalakas kay Kuyang pasa.
Jonas Rigaspi. Marcus Cano rather. Rico Bio orchestrating the offense. And an attempt for three. Didn't connect. Substitution will be made on the side of the USI Falcons. Mac Lawrence Cosa checks in for John Jimenez. Pahinga po muna siya. At nagtawag po ng timeout ang ating White Tigers. 46-42 still lead ang ating USI Falcons. We have 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining sa ating third quarter.
And syempre rin, shoutout sa aking pare na si Anthony Parza from DepEd Naga City. Isang streak shooter ng aming team yon. Shoutout sa ating isa sa ating mga viewers sa ating live. Again, you can watch live sa ating Facebook page where you can follow the different schedules ng ating BUCAL games.
And we're back ulit dito sa ating third quarter, USI basketball. Nathan Jimenez will be inbounding the ball. Ano kaya ang naging adjustment dito ng ating White Tigers?
Binalik kay Nathan Jimenez to Mac Lawrence Cosa to Dante Batangas. Pull up from the three and that's good! Yan yung sinasabi mo rin na adjustment.
Well, Ian, si Dante Batangas kasi is one of the veterans ng USI Falcons. If I remember correctly, he's been playing for 2 to 3 seasons already dito sa ating juniors division.
And that proves how veteran he is. Ball is now with Nathan Jimenez. Tuloy-tuloy, intercepted. And it was...
Quick hands by our Pasakaw White Tigers. Marcus Cano gives it to Gio Zuniga. Zuniga calmly waiting for his turn. And then a 3. Then 2. But rebounded by Rico Bio. Another 3 from the corner. And the whistle has been called. Foul ngayon kay Mac Lawrence Cosa. That will be his third personal foul and the fourth team foul of the USI Falcons nearing their penalty situation.
And Jerome Jimenez just checked in for Nathan Jimenez.
Catch and shoot. Sayang, hindi pumasok.
At na-foul doon ang ating batang si Dante Jimenez.
Blocking foul on Kyle Martin. That is his first personal foul and third
Mac
team
Lawrence
foul.
Cosa. Binigay kay Dante Batangas, our veteran, with a crossover and a pull-up, and that's good!
Malinis. The confidence from this kid is always showing in every game.
Walang bahid na kabarin.
Marcus Cano, heavily guarded by Antoine Go. Passes to Bantoy. Bantoy to Rico Bio in the wing and drives. Pero
And a
that
steal.
was deflected by Go.
Pinasa kay Morales, tuloy-tuloy sa basket.
And the
And don't
gap
look
is
now, it's 51-42.
lumalaki ang agwat. Bola muli ng White Tigers. Marcus Cano passes to Gio Zuniga pero natawagan po ng foul ang ating Falcons. Penalty situation na po ang ating USI Falcons. So Gio Zuniga will be going to the line. Substitution has been made on both sides. Fernandez, Bausa, and Pimentel will be checking in. Yan, pagdating sa penalty situation, dyan na pumapasok yung mga, kumbaga, small details kasi bawat kilos na magagawa ng Falcons ay dapat maging flawless ang execution kasi pwede silang makuhaan ng timing or advantage ng ating White Tigers pag hindi sila nag-ingat.
And little by little, dyan rin, dyan yung tinatawag namin sa basketball na pag nasa penalty ang kalaban, you take advantage as, again, the veteran shooting of Dante Jimenez. Lumabas with that 3 points.
And the gap is going up. CJ Pimentel guarded by Cosa. Pimentel drives. And the attempt didn't connect. Recovered by the Falcons. Pero Out of bounds. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 7 seconds remaining to shoot. White Tigers basketball. Pimentel passes to his teammate and in and out. Recovered by Antoine Go.
And now, Dante Batangas securing the leather. McLaurin Cosa passes to
Ooh,
Karinga,
denied.
but that was a block.
Gio Zuniga with the ball. Waiting for his opportunity. Heavily guarded by Karingal. And he drives. Will that do? Recovered by his teammate. Jomari Fernandez will have a 2-point opportunity. And that would be Antoine Go's first personal foul. Still penalty situation para sa USI Falcons.
That's what you've said, Rain. When you're in the penalty, you can't afford to give up more fouls because it will be take against you with some couple of free throws. And our Pasakaw Academy is taking advantage of it. And Fernandez for the second. Antoine Go for the rebound. Here it comes. Dante Batangas passes to Jerome. And Dante Batangas is still no good to go. And Jerome Morales tries to shoot a three. To no avail.
Pasakaw White Tigers. Ooh, recovered by Fernandez. Pero natawagan muli ng foul si Antoine Go. That would be Jomari Fernandez on the line. Alam mo ba Ian, kahapon, during the game of the USI Falcons versus ACC Green Serpents at Seniors Division, ang crowd ng USI talagang palirit kung palirit, and I think they're back again.
And they are going wild at napaka-effective na ginagawa ng USI family.
Then from Marcus Cano, recovered by Dante Batangas.
With a great spin move. And napasobra ang steps ni Antoine Go.
Shot clock is off, 19 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Substitution has been made on the side of the White Tigers. Rico Bio and Jonas Regaspi checks in. Magpapahinga po muna si Nabausa. Regaspi back on his feet. Passes to his teammate. Back to Regaspi and a jumper. Rebounded by Manzanares. Fernandez attempts. Pero out of bounds.
.93 seconds sa ating third quarter Rain. Anong play kaya ang gagawin ng ating White Tigers?
White Tigers already trailing ng 12 points. Madami-daming habulin. And that's the end of our third quarter. 56-44. Still in favor of the USI Falcons.
12-point lead para sa ating USI Junior Falcons. And I hope they will sustain that momentum and lead going to the fourth quarter.
Napaka-exciting ng laro na to, knowing that we'll be entering the final and determining quarter of this game. Ramdam na ramdam natin ang init, not only from the hard court but also from the crowd. Well, mamaya,
And not only from the crowd but also yung typical talaga.
typical, the weather
Mainit
is withering.
The weather is withering.
Well, we'll witness more of this.
Be the inspiration. And we're back to the ball game, Rain.
This is our fourth and final quarter. Ano kaya ang pwede mangyari ngayon knowing na ang fourth quarter, paminsan dyan pumapasok ang mga himala or continue pa din ang ating USI Junior Falcons sa kanilang energy and pagdating sa offense, lalo na ang mga paulan nila ng tres.
And gaya ng mga napanood kong games kahapon, Rain, especially sa ating triple header, na umabot pa, I believe, or nung isang araw ata yun, umabot ng double overtime.
Sa seniors division, tama ka, noong Friday, nagkaroon nga ng double overtime ang Annunciation at ang UNC Greyhounds sa seniors. Tapos kahapon, nakailang overtime tayo. Ay, first game, yun nga, sa USI and sa ECC Green Serpents, double overtime. Then nung last game naman, fourth game ng Sabado, NCF Cubs versus ng Annunciation Junior Panthers, overtime na naman.
That's how competitive po mga kaibigan ng ating mga teams in BUCAL Season 7.
Rebounded by Bio. Recovered by Regaspi. Back to Bio with another jumper. And that 2 points is in. 10 points na lang ang hinahabol ng ating White Tigers.
A foul from Bio. Final si Jerome Morales. McLaurin Cosa passing it to Dante Batangas, who passes to Opeña. Back to McLaurin Cosa, nagtitimon. Goes to the basket, passes, but intercepted.
Zuniga drives, kumakaribas, pero hindi pumasok ang kanyang shot.
Here comes Dante Batangas, dire-diretso, coast to coast, and scores!
Another one from Dante Batangas. Balik na naman po sa 12-point lead ng ating Falcons. Deo Zuniga drives, pero siya ay na-deny ni Francisco, pero may pushing foul na natawag sa ating USI Falcons. That would be McLaurin Cosas.
And that is fourth personal foul at this very early ng ating fourth quarter ng ating game.
Kailangan niya maging maingat ngayon.
14 seconds to shoot.
Ooh, another.
A steal and outlet kay Opeña.
At nabawi ng ating White Tigers. Rico Bio passes to his teammate, John Marquez Cano. Back to Zuniga. At may isa na naman pong foul na natawag sa ating Falcons. Jersey number 22. I think graduation na ni McLaurin Cosa. John Jimenez checks in. Gio Zuniga on the line. First attempt, good. Alive na alive talaga ang ating crowd galing sa ating USI family. 2 out of 2 para kay Gio Zuniga.
Here comes Jerome Morales. Passes to Dante Batangas. Bumalik sa kanyang bola. Orchestrating the play. Double team. Passes to Dante Batangas. Here comes Johnny Menes for the 3. Not good.
Bola ulit ng White Tigers. Rico Bio back to Jonas Regaspi. Jonas Regaspi with a spin move. But that didn't do. Recovered by Ruscano. Back to Regaspi and a layup. Another one, the bucket para kay ating Jonas Regaspi ng White Tigers. Natawagan dito ng foul si Francisco. That will be his third personal foul and the third team foul ng USI Falcons. Regaspi to the line. 2 shots. And we'll be hearing more insights sa ating both teams coming from our courtside reporter, Precious. Take it away.
Salamat, Ian and Rain. The biggest challenge is not just in a good pass off the ball, but through a good team's decisions. Yan nga ang binigyan ng highlight kanina ni Coach Tope sa ating Falcons as they recognize that the White Tigers is also playing as one. Dahil nga sa kalamangan ng ating USI Falcons ay binigyang pwersa ng White Tigers ang kanilang tiyaga sa depensa at sa pag-trap sa opponent. Dagdag pa ni Bautista, last quarter na ito, kaya ibuhos na natin. Bucalistas, we are now heading to the last buzzer. Kanino kaya talagang papabor ang bola? Will it be the USI Falcons or the Pasacao Academy White Tigers? That's all for now. This is courtside correspondent, Precious Alana Garcia. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Precious, for that update. And habang nasa report ang ating si Precious, nagpalitan ng basket from both teams. This is what I'm talking about, Rain. This fourth quarter will be so intense kasi ito na yung quarter na talagang ilalabas na nila lahat.
Tama ka dyan, Ian. From 12 points lead, ngayon napababa ng ating White Tigers into a 6 points. Talagang umiinit na nga ang kamay ng ating mga White Tigers, specifically on that last sequence coming from Gio Zuniga. I am excited to see kung ano pang kaya ipakita ng ating White Tigers, and at the same time, still curious kung paano masasustain ng ating USI Junior Falcons ang kanilang play.
And I am very eager to see kung ano ba ang magiging magagawa ng both teams down the stretch on the last 2 minutes. And listen to the crowd, mga kaibigan.
They are back. Alam mo ba yan, kahapon I was talking with our commissioner, Sir Christian, and talagang kahapon pinagkakatuwaan namin ng crowd ng USI Falcons. Kulang na lang, naging biro pa namin sa isa't isa. Guys, nasan yung hawla? Ikulong na natin ang crowd ng USI Falcons.
Exactly.
Ang panirit nila ay talagang ang taas-taas.
And you can see our commissioner smiling, listening to the chat of the USI family. Dante Batangas embodying goes to Jerome Morales. Passes to Johnny Menes with 15 seconds to shoot. Dante Batangas was blocked.
Good defense coming from Marcus Cano. Rico Bio once again with the ball. Passes to his teammate. Gio Zuniga was denied by Jens Agna.
Block after block after block, Rain. Good defense over good defense.
At isa pang whistle galing sa ating referee.
That's out of bounds para kay Jonas Regaspi.
USI basketball.
Jerome Morales, double team. Edna Torrena steal.
Binalik pa. And that shot is coming from Gio Zuniga with an assist from Rico Bio. The White Tigers are getting their momentum and their synchronicity in this game. Dante Batangas with the ball. Orchestrating the offense. Pass to his teammate Jerome Morales.
Ian
Another
Sagna.
steal. A coast-to-coast coming from Gio Zuniga. Reducing their gap into 2 points na lang, Ian.
Ito yung sinasabi ko rin talaga. We are excited to see what will happen habang paparating tayo sa ating Twilight Zone. And don't look now. Lamang na lang ng dalawa ang USI Junior Falcons.
Double digit to single digit.
And you can see the verge of Coach Tope Espinosa reminding his players they should play good basketball.
May I also mention, Ian, that the coach on the side ng Pasacao White Tiger is actually led by our coach Jared Dulola kasi wala ngayon ang kanilang actual head coach, which is Coach Terry. According to Coach Jared, may other personal matters muna si Coach Terry, and I asked him Coach, what is your preparation for this game? Well, mas nabanggit nga niya kanina sa akin na talagang knowing coming from 3 losses already in this elimination round, hindi naman siya nawawala ng pag-asa sa kanyang mga players because he thinks and he believes that his players are very capable when it comes to the skills on the hard court. Talagang nagkakataon nga lang na since baguhan, majority ng players ng Pasakaw White Tigers ay kinakabahan. And kaya nga, syempre, di mawawala sa laro ng basketball ang mental game. Pero Coach Jared is confident with his players, knowing that he can lead this team to a victory.
And this will be a test sa kanyang coaching skills din. Rain, if how he will lead the White Tigers into a win. Here's Dante Batangas with 5 seconds on the clock. Dante Batangas for the 3.
Rebounded by Gio Zuniga. Zuniga guarded and attempts for 3. That is an in and out. Recovered by the White Tigers. Jonas Regaspi, heavily guarded by John Jimenez. Intercepted.
A steal by James Mendoza, and he was fouled.
At natawagan nga po ng unsportsmanlike ang ating player, the jersey number 9, Jonas Regaspi. John Bantoy will be checking in. Malakas ang trip ni Rico Bio. Nasali sa huddle ng USI Falcons.
And the first technical free throw of James Mendoza didn't come in. And it's a split. And you can see Rico Bio getting into the skin of our veteran Dante Batangas. You can really see the intensity rin ng ating ball game at hand ngayon. Now Dante Batangas.
Ooh. Kyle Martin. But that attempt didn't do. Out of bounds. Same ball. Rico Bio will be inbounding from the sidelines. Nagkakainitan na ang ating players. Lumalabas na ang kanilang mga attitudes. Zuniga passes to his teammate. In an attempt for 3, and that's good! In the bucket!
And Rain, don't look now. We are tied at 61. James Mendoza, pinasa kay Ansuango. Balik kay James Mendoza. Dante Batangas, babawi ng 3 and gets it to go! This is what I am telling you, Rain. This is a quality ball game para po sa inyo, mga kaibigan. It will stay with Pasakaw Academy and the kickball.
Napaka-satisfying sa mata panoorin ng game na to. Rico Bio inbounding, passes to his teammate with a catch and shoot for Gio Zuniga, pero hindi pumasok. Dante Batangas passes
to Jero or to John Jimenez and a block.
White Tigers still on their momentum pagdating sa block. Deny kong baga.
Stepping out of bounds is Dante Batangas. Ball will go back to the White Tigers.
Rico Bio inbounding from the baseline. Gio Zuniga. Guarded by John Jimenez. Zuniga receives a pick from Marcus Cano, asking for or orchestrating the offense rather. And a shoot. 3-point and do, but recovered by Kyle Martin. And that is a putback coming from Rico Bio. 6 64-63, 1 point na lang hinahabol ng ating White Tigers.
Here comes James Mendoza. Passes to Dante Batangas, the veteran. Passes to Antoine Go. And that is good.
Flawless execution coming from Go. Zuniga drives, kicks it out to Kyle Martin. The jumper came too short. And a timeout has been called from the side of our White Tigers. 66-63. Back to our 3-point difference. Yan ano ang ating nararamdaman dito.
I am speechless rin. 2.19 seconds sa ating ball game, and both of these teams, as what I've said a while ago, are going down the stretch with their game plans. This will test their character, their ability, their basketball IQ on what will be or what will transpire na kapita ng teams going into the final stretch ng ating fourth quarter.
Both teams ngayon, pareha silang may 3 team fouls. This will be a very intense game kung umabot man sa penalty situation kasi there is a possibility na pwedeng manalo to through the amounts of free throw. Diba ang daming ng games, specifically dito sa BUCAL, na talagang nananalo sa pamamagitan ng pagpiso-piso kung tawagin baga.
And if you were that player, you would wish that you will not be in that kind of situation. Here comes John Jimenez setting the play, being guarded by Rico Bio, Jerome Morales, and John Jimenez attempting for a possible 3, but then
Matawagan ng foul dito si Antoine Go. That will be his 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. Marcus Cano gives the ball to Gio Zuniga. Last 2 minutes on the 4th quarter. And the layup doesn't connect.
here comes Fritz Agna, passes to Dante Batangas.
Recovered by Kyle Martin. On the left wing, asking for a pick, passes to his teammate, John Bantoy. Back to Gio Zuniga. Zuniga guarded by Jimenez, and a shot! In and out. Out of bounds sa White Tigers, USI basketball.
With 1:20 on the clock, Rain, still 66-63. A tight ball game pa din. Antoine Go passes to Batangas, and to Jens Agna.
Tingnan natin kung ano ang magiging pambawi dito ng White Tigers. Zuniga drives pero double team. At ayan na nga po, penalty situation ngayon ng USI Falcons.
This is what you're talking about, Rain. When your team is on the penalty, that will compensate what you had just did. And giving Zuniga the opportunity to cut the lead to 1. At dito din pumapasok, Rain, ang ating USI family, distracting ang ating free throw shooter na si Zuniga.
Let's see from Gio Zuniga if he can make this ball. That's good. 4 points ang kalamangan ng Falcons. Intercepted by Scano. At another foul sa ating Falcons. Still on the penalty situation. Marcus Cano will be going to the line and be given 2 shots. Ito na nga yun, Ian, yung nabanggit ko kanina, ang piso-piso.
Sa basketball ho, piso-piso lang, posible kang manalo.
.59 seconds remaining para sa ating fourth quarter.
And USI must take care of the ball.
And the lead is reduced to 3 points. Jerome Morales.
Here comes John Jimenez back to Jerome Morales.
And the foul has been called on the side of the White Tigers. John Bantoy. That would be his first personal foul and fourth team foul. Iyan, dapat mag-ingat na dito ang White Tigers kasi pag napaabot pa nila 2 to 5 fouls, may possibility din na ba lalo pang humaba ang larong ito kahit 49 seconds na lang natitira sa fourth quarter.
Mukhang nagbabadya to ah. We're down to the last 40 seconds of the clock at kakasabi mo palang, Rain. It will compensate them, the White Tigers, with that last foul.
Parang na-jinx ko yun, Ian.
Mukhang napakinggan si Rain doon ah. And that's what we've said. This will compensate the White Tigers. And Jerome Morales will be shooting 2 sa stripe.
Both teams on a penalty situation. First attempt, hindi pumasok para kay Jerome Morales.
At kung ikaw si Jerome Morales, kailangan mo tong maibuslo.
And that would be a 1-4-2 para kay Jerome Morales. Bola muli ng White Tigers. Here comes Gio Zuniga with a drive. At natawagan po ulit ang ating Falcons.
And if you are the Pasakaw Academy White Tigers,
It would be actually a wise decision na mag-force ng error dito sa kalaban knowing that they're both on a penalty situation. Pero at the same time, dapat maging maingat din sila eh.
exactly. And sa putong ito, the possible na pwedeng gawin or dapat ginawa sa Pasakaw Academy is not to rush things by going or resorting to a 3-point.
I agree, Ian. Talagang more...
Both of teams are in the penalty. Drive to the basket hard, fish a foul. Kaya sinasabi natin, that's where you can get 2 free throws and trip yung kalamangan ng ating USI Junior Falcons. And for our Junior Falcons naman, we should take care of the basketball more often to secure ang kanilang kalamangan na 4. Kasi both of these teams, especially our White Tigers, they will fought hard up until the end.
And that's right. We are once back again in the fourth quarter. 32 seconds remaining on the game. 69-65, still lead by 4 points ang ating Junior Falcons against the Pasakaw White Tigers. Habang napapalapit ang possible end ng game na ito, mas lalong lumalakas ang cheer ng ating USI family. Hiyaw kong hiyaw from the top of their lungs.
A quick 2 points plus a good defense may possibly get our White Tigers back in the ball game.
Ooh, and a catch and shoot.
That's what I'm talking about, Rain. Ang papiso-piso natin.
Ayan na naman nga tayo, Ian. Rico B on the line will be given 3 shots. Let's see. And that first attempt made in. Ooh, in and out for his second attempt. Last one for Gio Zuniga. Let's see kung magagawa niya bang paliitin ang gap into 2 points. 69-66.
The crowd is roaring for the USI Junior Falcons.
Gio Zuniga And down to a 2. Ito na nga tayo, Ian. Napapakapit na ako sa upuan.
And
Rico
a steal.
Bio. In and out.
And ball will stay with the White Tigers.
At magkakaroon nga po tayo ng IRS from our officials para malaman kung sino ang last touch sa bola na yun. Kikinig natin dito kanina na magkakaroon sana ng head coaches challenge si Coach Tupe. Pero since kanina nagkaroon naman ng initial decision ng ating referees na magkaroon ng IRS. Maghihintay po tayo ng decision. What do you think, Ian? Sino ba ang sa tingin mo ang naka-last touch dun sa last sequence kanina sa ilalim ng...
Actually, depende yun. Typically, pag mga ganun rain, typically, nagbabase yan kung paano lumabas yung bola. So, base sa initial na analysis ko, it was last touch by Rico Bio. Pero sabi ko nga, it will depend dun sa tapik ng kaniyang kalaban. And it favors our Pasakaw Academy White Tigers maintaining the ball possession with 23.1 second on the clock. Ano kaya rin ang gagawin ng ating White Tigers
Na ito
today, to tie the ball game or to make a lead with 23 seconds on the clock?
Let's see this inbound from Rico Bio. Passes to his teammate. And goal! And we are locked on 69-69.
And definitely mga kaibigan, we are tied with 69. With
Ian,
19.8.
mag-overtime ba tayo dito?
Ito yung tinatawag natin, Rain. Possible ho kaya na magiging hashtag overtime week ito.
This weekend has nothing but short of overtime. We have currently a running joke ngayon sa ating SBP referees na every time nandito si coach, si referee Bonanong Chumacera, nagkakaroon ng overtime and kakadating nga lang po niya.
Diyos ko. Ref, ano ba? Grabe ang signos ah. It's an overtime.
Shoutout po sa'yo, referee Bonanong Chumacera. Every time you're here, may overtime.
Noong Friday, 2 po ang overtime. Yesterday, tatlo ang overtime. Are we seeing another overtime game, Rain,
Or
on the books?
baka magkaroon tayo dito ng winning shot and one of these teams will take the victory home.
Exactly.
19 seconds remaining. Madami pang pwedeng mangyari, especially in the fourth quarter.
You can only say
And the cheer from the side of the White Tigers is starting to
and
get
you can
louder and
hear,
louder.
listen to this crowd roar, mga kaibigan. Jerome Morales is setting
Kakaroon ng initan ngayon dito sa both teams. (19 seconds to shoot. 14 seconds to shoot rather, remaining on the shot clock. Here comes Dante Batangas.
asking pick for Antoine. Go.
And papasok nga po tayo
And a
sa
shot clock
overtime.
violation with 5.8 seconds on the clock. No timeout for Pasakaw Academy. And we are seeing another overtime game possibly. Let's see.
Gio Zuniga drives with the ball. 2 seconds remaining. Denied by Antoine Go. And that's
And
And this
that's a steal. There will be no overtime game.
parang,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Parang nagkakaroon muna ng
We will
IRS
wait for the
review.
decision, Rain, if ang basket ba will be counted. This is what I'm telling you. Kanina pa, when you hear the last buzzer, you can say who will win the contest.
Well, Ian, sa tingin mo, kanina, we can see that the referees are asking for an IRS. Kanina, do you think na pumasok ba yung bola?
And basket counts for the White Tigers of Pasacao Academy.
What a feat coming from Coach Jared. This is his first game na mag-head coach. Right now, there's discussion coming from Coach Tope and the referee CJ Sanchez. Na-explain niya sa side ng ating USI Falcons. And then that concludes our second game of the day para sa Juniors Division. This is a win coming from Pasacao White Tigers. Scores with 69-71. And later on, we will witness our player of the game, which will be brought to you by our sponsor, Honorable Nathaniel Odocado. We'll be right back after a quick break.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and for our best player of the game, brought to you by Kong Tulong, Honorable Nathaniela Oducado. Our best player po ngayon is Gio Shanley Zuniga with 31 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 steals, and 1 block. Now, Gio, coming into the game, what is your mindset personally?
Para sa akin po, mindset ko ngayon ay manalo po talaga kami. Sa mga nakaraang laro namin po, na tatlong talo na po kami. Mas pinalakas po namin yung tiwala namin sa kada isa para makuha po ang panalo namin ngayon.
And going into the game, Gio, knowing na wala ang yung head coach and yung assistant coach yung ang nagtitimon. So how does it goes knowing na yung assistant coach yung ang nagtitimon para sa inyo coming into the game?
Nagtiwala lang po kami sa coach namin. Si Sir Terry po kasi may sakit kasi kaya po di nakapunta dito. Tapos si Sir Jared na lang po yung tiniwalaan namin. At yun po, nakuha namin yung panalo.
And how does it feel na meron na kayong panalo in this season 7 ng BUCAL? How does it feel?
Sobrang saya po sa unang panalo namin sa season 7 ng BUCAL. Importante po sa amin itong panalo na to para sa school namin.
Okay, any shoutout sa mga manonood natin? May mga gusto ko pang batiin?
Shoutout po sa Family Ibon and Zuniga. Shoutout kay Sir Terry na wala po dito sa lalo na po sa mga sumusuporta sa akin, mga tropa ko. And sa GF ko po na si Cheryl Amparado, shoutout po. Yun lang po.
Okay, that was our best player of the game po mga kaibigan, Gio Zuniga. So keep on following and watch. Please watch also BUCAL Season 7, Be the Inspiration.
Thank you po.
What a game sa pagtatapos ng ating laban dito sa ating BUCAL Season 7 Juniors Division, which was the Pasakaw White Tigers versus the USI Junior Falcons. And ito na nga, going from the very madaming deadlock moments kanina,
Yun.
and nauwi na nga ang victory ng ating Pasakaw White Tigers. It was actually a big feat for the team knowing that they were coming from 3 losses from the past weeks. And this was led by their very own Coach Jared. What a big thing to happen. And ganun na nga, we have our best player, Gio Zuniga, who was able to make that last 2 points that secured their win.
Actually, it was it was a good ball game coming into to the last stretch. Knowing, nasabi nga natin, hindi masyado dapat magpakakampante both teams because anything will happen until the last buzzer ng ating game. It was a good game actually. It was a good fought game. Defense first versus offense. And it transpired to the last basket. And it was actually contested by Coach Tepe. But then, looking upon our videos and lives, it was clearly a basket for our Pasakaw White Tigers.
That's right, Ian. And down to the stretch, hindi pa rin talaga sumuko ang ating Pasakaw White Tigers. And that concludes our ball game. Once again, ako po si Rain Ferreira, Sir Commentator / Analyst. Kasama ko po uli si...
And I am Ian Ray Barcelo saying thank you. And it has been pleasure to be a commentator again para sa ating BUCAL games.
And ayun na nga po, wag po muna kayong agad aalis kasi mamaya this will be the last game for today. We will have our College Wildcats versus the Morms Patriots, both coming from Albay. Dito lang po lahat yan muli sa BUCAL Season 7.
Be the inspiration.